They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A first carry here for Kene Nwangu. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down. Cousins on 1st down. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Play action now. Cousins. Complete. Smith has it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Cousins now. And Cook has it, left side. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team is going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
With about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Mayfield off the play fake. Out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Well, good job shifting right, finding his target. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Gurley. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Todd Gurley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Cousins gives way to Cook. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
This defense for the Steelers, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
To throw is Cousins.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. First carry now for Alexander Mattison. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. First down, here's Cousins. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Melvin Ingram, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins, and pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Alex Highsmith. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. from the gun. Here's Cousins.
They'll fire one deep for Westbrook.
He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harris. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. On 4th down, the rookie Presley Harvin on to punt for the Steelers.
Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport. They say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. On 3rd down, Cousins.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
9 yards that time. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And running with power here. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. 2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. On play action, Cousins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And how about this, a fake? And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to, whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
23 yards on the play. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Now Mayfield lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So they keep the football, but now face second and long. Mayfield to throw it. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. A first down throw for Mayfield. He gets it complete to Harris.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the first round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers. They're expecting Harris to kickstart their running game.
Rolling to his right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. And that'll bring up second down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Mayfield on play action. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. To throw, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 23. Room here to run. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
A run there with Cook on first down, but it won't net him much, maybe a yard. Second down coming up. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
fillet
stick.
at
Come
maximum.
on. You can't give the guy a skirt stick. He's supposed to be
Fillet,
time. There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Right. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Najee Harris, the one he was looking for. And it's third down. Mayfield looks to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. To the right side to Eric Ebron. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Mayfield now. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Mayfield. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Working out of the gun, Mayfield going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Working with a 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Throwing, Cousins. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Throwing is Cousins. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Cousins. To Jefferson on the slant. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. A give. This is Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it in.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down and 4. Mayfield going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and 4. Play fake. Mayfield. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Everson Griffin able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Now it's Peterson. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 67 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They run. Cook. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Flushed out right. That is caught. Westbrook's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Second down, they go right back to Cook.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Cousins to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Mayfield.
Flush to his right. And this one's incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it's second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Mayfield. Pass complete to Ebron.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Pass complete to Harris.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Here's Baker. He's got Smith-Schuster.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Now Mayfield.
He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Second and 10. Mayfield to throw. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And they're able to spike it in time. And they are in range for a field goal that could win this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And this one is right through. And the Steelers have won the game. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers.